and many other responsibilities Prabhuji is actually having in ISKCON. Out of his busy schedule, Prabhuji has taken time out to come and address us and give us inspiration in Krishna consciousness. So we are very, very, very grateful to you, Prabhuji. On to you, Prabhu. You can have the session.
So we'll start now.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshushanmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jitapada Kamalam Shri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagata Jatam Sahagana Raghunathan Nitang Kansajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhan Nitansya Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschatya Disatarini Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratisya Namaha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कंत राधा कंत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखम प्रतिवाचलम पंगुल्लंघायते गिरिं जत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुजनतारिणं परमानंद माधवम श्री चैतन्येश्वरम Hare Krishna, welcome everyone for this Sunday morning class. Today we will be discussing about Purushottam month and related subject matter. It is stated in Brahma Samhita that in the spiritual world every step is a dance and every word is a song. So means in the spiritual world they are always chanting or singing and dancing. And that is the expression of happiness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is also a movement of happiness. Because naturally you want to be happy, not only giving lecture that we should be happy, we should really have to experience that happiness. And that happiness will come through our connection with the Supreme Personality of God. So Sambandha Gyan, Avidya and Prayojan. There are three aspects of Vedas. Sambandha. Sambandha means to know our relationship with God. Is very, very important. That knowledge. So knowledge means to know what is matter, what is spirit, and who is the controller of both. And also you should know what is our position in relationship with God. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Mamai Vangsha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are the part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of God. So what is the duty of the part? Is to serve the whole. That is the purpose. So that's why Srila Prabhupada has established this ISKCON movement to give the opportunity to all the people all over the world to engage in the service of the Lord. Devotional service is very, very rare, but by the mercy of the pure devotee, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, it has become very easy nowadays. In ISKCON, if you come, the first meeting will come to know who you are, and in the first meeting, after that, you will be engaged in devotional service, which cannot be attained by many, many lifetimes. So by that, we can understand the merciful nature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that merciful nature is much more magnified also by his Senapati Bhakta, Srila Prabhupada, and he has given this opportunity to the whole world in the form of ISKCON. ISKCON is a wonderful society where people from any part of the world can get connected with the devotional service of the Lord. Why it is very, very important? Because connection is the root. Why people are so much attracted or so much attached to mobile phones? Because it connects us. Wherever we are connected. So connection is very, very important. So that connection is established with the Lord by devotional service. Mahaprabhu's movement is very wonderful movement. নাচো গাও ভক্ত সঙ্গে কর সংকীর্তন এমনই মধুর মহাপ্রভুর বচন নাচো গাও ভক্ত সঙ্গে whatever Brahma Samhita explains, Mahaprabhu has exhibited that. Nacho gao bhakta sangha means dance and sing in the association of devotees. Kara Sankirtan, Amani Madhur Mahaprabhur Bachan. That is the sweetness of the words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Prabhupada used to say that we are always in a festival mood. Why? Because every day there is Mangala Arati, every day there is Darshana Arati, every day we have Gaur Arati, every day we have other activities. So we are always engaged in different kinds of wonderful activities of ISKCON. So one reporter asked Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, you are always talking about Krishna, Krishna. But in case if Krishna is not there, what will happen to you? So Prabhupada said, why you are talking about Krishna? Because we are all happy. Because purpose of our life is to become happy. So we are happy. And we are engaged in so many wonderful activities. We are traveling all over the world. We are engaged in different kinds of festivals. We are honoring wonderful, delicious, pure vegetarian Krishna Prasad. So we are dancing, we are singing. We are always happy. So what is the problem if Krishna is not there? Because we have achieved the perfection of our life. That is to be happy. And if Krishna is there, then we'll be eternally happy also in the spiritual world after we give up our body. Where is the loss? There is no loss. Only gain. Only gain. That is called conviction in Krishna consciousness. And that conviction will be there when we experience the happiness. And when we do not experience the happiness, then what will happen? We'll have a lot of speculations. Then slowly our devotional life will become dry. So therefore connection is very, very important. And why Prabhupada has introduced so many festivals, Ratha Jatra festival, Janmashtami festival. Prabhupada has introduced so many festivals by which people can connect with the Lord. Anybody, whether someone is a devotee or not devotee. If someone is engaged in the service, they get connected. So ISKCON is a movement of Abhideha, means offering opportunity for the people in this world to engage in devotional service to the Lord. That is the glory. And Prabhupada is showing his compassion or mercy to the whole world by this process of engagement in devotional service in the wonderful society of ISKCON. So we are also the followers of Rupa Goswami. We are Rupanugas. Rupanugas means following in the footsteps of the teachings of Rupa Goswami. So Rupa Goswami has defined bhakti or Shuddha bhakti in a very nice and wonderful way. He has said, Anna Vilasita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukullena Krishna Anusilanam Bhakti Ruttama. Anna Vilasita Shunyam. That is the first qualification. Anna Vilasita Shunyam means without any ulterior motive or desires. Anna Avilas, other desires. Shunyam, it should be completely zero. Jnana Karmadi Anavritam, it should be uncovered by karma and jnana. Then Anukullena Krishna Anusilana. In the mood of pleasing the Lord. Anukullena Krishna Anusilana means we should do bhakti for the pleasure of the Lord. That is the only vilas or desire we should have. And when we perform our bhakti in that way, that becomes Uttama Bhakti. Bhakti Uttama means pure devotional service. But we have desires. We have desires to enjoy. We have desire to be liberated. Desire for enjoyment is known as desire for liberation is known as mukti. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, Bhukti Mukti Siddhikami Sakale Asanta. Krishna Bhakta Niskam Atev Santa. Bhukti means those who are after sense gratification. Bhukti. Mukti, those who are after liberation. Siddhi, those who are after mystic Siddhi, they are Asanta. Asanta means those who are not peaceful. Asanta. Krishna Bhakta Niskam Atev Santa. The devotees of Krishna, they are peaceful. Why? They have one qualification, Niskam, no desire, no material desire. So that is the point to be noted. It's not the content, but the intent of the devotees. Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardhan. He is not interested in external so much. He is interested in our mood. The mood should be to please the Supreme Personality of God. Whatever we do, the purpose or motivation should be to please the Lord. So Krishna Bhakta Niskam. The devotee of Krishna is free from any material desire. That is a symptom of a bhakta. And Mahaprabhu also has stated that in Sikhastak. And he says, Na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, kabitang ba jagadisha kamay, mamo janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhakti rahitu kito. A devotee does not want any material benediction. Na dhanang, no wealth, na janang, no follower. In that way, even a devotee does not want mukti also. Mamo janmani janmanishware. He is ready to serve Krishna life after life in this world. The purpose is to please Krishna. Ahituki bhakti. Ahituki bhakti means there is no reason why you are doing bhakti. If there is a hetu, then that is not Suddha Bhakti. Without any reason, that is Suddha Bhakti. And what is the hetu? A reason to please the Lord. There is no other desire. But we have desires. That's why Mahaprabhu is telling very wonderful Bengali verse. And by this we can understand Mahaprabhu's mood, and that is our hope. Mahaprabhu is our hope. Without Mahaprabhu, very difficult. Even after practicing Krishna consciousness to get perfection is very, very difficult. But Mahaprabhu's mercy and compassion is the real hope in our life. And this is a hope-giving verse, Bengali verse. Ama bhaje বিষয় mange, সে তো বড় মূর্খ, আমি তো বিজ্ঞ, তারে বিষয় কেন দিব, স্বচরণামিত দিয়া বিষয় ভুলাইব. So Mahaprabhu is telling, Ama bhaje means someone is worshipping me. Bishay mange, he is asking for material benediction. Give this, give that. Ama bhaje bishay mange, se to boro murkho, he is the number one fool. But Mahaprabhu is telling, Ami to biggo, but I am very intelligent. Tare bishay kena debo, why should I give him material benediction? Sacharanamrita diya bishay bhulaibo. So by my causeless mercy, I will make him forget about material benediction. That is the hope. Somehow or other, we have to be connected with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And how we can become connected with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Through Harinam Sankirtan. That is the Mahaprabhu's benediction to this world. Golokero Premodhan Harinam Sankirtan. So Mahaprabhu brought the holy name from Goloka Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu's Nam Sankirtan is Prem Sankirtan. It is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement is Prem Sankirtan. Because Mahaprabhu came to give us prema, love of Godhead. Not only prema of Vaikuntha, he came to give Braja Prema Bhakti. Anarpita Charing Chirat, Karunaya Avatirna Kalau, Samarpayitum Unnata Ujjala Rasam Sabhakti Shriyam. Hari Purata Sundara Duti Kadamba Sandipita, Sada Hidaya Kandare Spuratuba Sasinanda. So Mahaprabhu came to give something which has not been given for long time. What is that? He has come to give Braja Prema Bhakti. Unnata Ujjala Rasa. Unnata Ujjala, topmost devotional service. Generally, it refers to Braja Prema Bhakti, it refers to Prema of the Gopis. So that topmost love, Mahaprabhu came to give all of us. And what is the process? Process to experience that is to chant the holy name of the Lord. So chanting of the holy name is our only shelter. Because in Kali Yuga, holy name can deliver anyone and everyone. The process is very simple. In Kali Yuga, process is chanting, dancing and feasting. That's why two Lord has appeared, it is said. One Lord is eating God, other Lord is dancing God. Jagannath is our eating God, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is our dancing God. So Mahaprabhu taught us to sing and dance, and Lord Jagannath has taught us to honor Prasad. So we should chant, dance, then when we become hungry, take Krishna Prasad, again chant, dance. In that way, our Krishna consciousness life will be full of bliss. What else we need? We all love to eat, we all love to sing, and we all love to dance. And Mahaprabhu's movement is all about that only. And that is a perfection. And Brahma Samhita also says that. So point I am trying to make is that we should not forget the purpose of our spiritual life. So purpose of our spiritual life is to experience Krishna. To experience Krishna's presence in our life. To experience Krishna's connection in our life. To experience Krishna's spiritual world in our life. That is the purpose of spiritual life. Spiritual life is not about achievement. We can achieve, there's no problem with that. But by achievement, we cannot be happy. We can be happy only by experience. So Krishna consciousness means internal experience of the heart. And that experience will come only when we are connected with the Lord. And that connection is established through chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Without any material motive, if we chant the holy name, then that will awaken our love of Godhead. Sadhana bhakti theke hoy roti hridoy, roti garo hoile prem nam hoy. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains that if we perform our sadhana very nicely, then what will happen? Slowly bhava will manifest, then prema will manifest. All of you know that bhakti has 9 different stages, starting with Shraddha. Adho Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti, Bhava and Prema. So, Sadhana Bhakti means starting from Shraddha till Asakti. Then it becomes Bhava. Then slowly, the Prema manifests in our heart. And that is the perfection of our life. Because Mahaprabhu came to give that Prema to all of us. So Prema Bhakti is the goal of our life. To develop love of Godhead is the goal of our life. And Mahaprabhu also has said that Aradha Bhagavan Brajasatanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Brahma Kachit Upasana Brajavadu Vargena Jatanti Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamamalam matamidam tatra adaram napara. So Mahaprabhu said that prema pumartha mahan. The goal of our life is to awaken dormant love for Krishna. So, to experience love of Godhead is the goal of our life. How to do that? Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kobunai Savanadi Suddha Chitte Karahodai. That love of Godhead can be awakened by hearing with pure heart. Savanadi Suddha Chitte Karahodai. So, in order to develop Bhava or Prema, Rupa Goswami has given 64 items of devotional service which are known as sadhana bhakti, different limbs of sadhana bhakti. But out of this 64, 5 are most potent. These are known as Panchanga Bhakti. And if we perform one of this limb of Panchanga Bhakti, to some extent our life will become perfect. And what are those? Sadhu Sangha, Harinam, Bhagavad Shravan, Mathuravas, Srimurti, Shraddhai Seva. Sadhu Sangha. First is association of devotees. After that, Bhagavad Shravan, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Sadhu Sangha, then after that Harinam. After Sadhu Sangha is Harinam. Sadhu Sangha, Harinam, Bhagavad Shravan. After association, we chant the holy name, that is the second limb. Third is hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Shravan. Mathuravas means residing in holy places. And last one is worshipping the deities. These are the 5 limbs of pure devotional service, most potent, which is known as Panchanga Bhakti, 5 limbs. And the foundational aspect is Sadhu Sangha. Unless and until we recognize this, the Sadhu Sangha is the only hope. Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON to give that Sadhu Sangha to the whole world. Because Sadhu Sangha is the birthplace of Bhakti. Krishna resides in Sadhu Sangha. Krishna says, Naham tishtami vaikunthe yoginam hridaye subha. Tatra tishtami narada jatra gayanti mad bhakta. So it is said that Krishna does not stay in Vaikuntha, he is telling. Naham tishtami vaikunthe. Yoginam hridaye subha. He does not reside in the heart of the yogis. Tatra tishtami narada jatra gayanti mad bhakta. So Krishna stays where his devotees glorify him. That is the potency of Sadhu Sangha. And in Sadhu Sangha, we chant the holy name. In Sadhu Sangha, we hear Srimad Bhagavatam. And Mathuravas has different meaning also. Mathuravas means staying in Mathura, means Vrindavan, Mayapur, in the holy places. Then you may say that we are staying in Bangalore, then what will happen to us? But Prabhupada has given a process, Mahaprabhu has given a process by which you can make your home. That is the purpose of Sankirtan movement. It is not expected that all the people of the world will come and reside in Vrindavan. Coming and having darshan of Vrindavan, getting the mercy of Vrindavan, that is very important. But residing in Vrindavan does not necessarily mean that you have to physically stay in Vrindavan. You can stay in Vrindavan in consciousness also. But at the same time, you can turn your home into Vrindavan. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Jedino grihe bhajano dekhi grihete goloko bhai. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, whenever I see that service to the Lord is happening, Jedino grihe bhajano dekhi. When there is bhajan, means devotional service to the Lord, Krishna, in my home, grihete goloko bhai. My house turns into Vrindavan. So in Krishna is the center of our life at home, that home becomes Vrindavan. So we have to turn our home into Vrindavan, because that is very, very powerful aspect of devotional service. And last one is worshipping the deities of the Lord, Vigraha, Vigraha Seva. So that is the purpose of our life. Devotees should be happy by engaging in Panchanga Bhakti. If you have any other desire, then there will be frustration, expectations, frustrations. So many things will happen in our life and we will miss the real purpose of our life. We have to know why we have joined this Hare Krishna movement. We have joined this Hare Krishna movement to have sadhu sangha. We have joined Hare Krishna movement to chant the holy name. We have joined Hare Krishna movement to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. We have joined Hare Krishna movement to reside in holy places or turn our houses into a holy place. And also to worship the deities. These are the purposes for which we have joined this Hare Krishna movement. So therefore, we should not forget the purpose of joining this Hare Krishna movement. If we develop other desires and if we formulate other purposes, then we lead a life of unnecessary expectations and that will lead to frustrations and will miss the happiness and bliss of Krishna consciousness. So we have come here to intensify our bhakti. More we intensify our sadhana, more we become advanced in Krishna consciousness. Intensity is very important. Tivrena bhakti yogena. We should have intensity. Just like Parikshit Maharaj, while he was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, he was completely absorbed. Absorption, intensity is very, very important. Then you can have the experience of Krishna in your life. Unless and until we are absorbed, we cannot experience Krishna in our life. Absorption is very important. So while Mahaprabhu was there in South India, he was in the Srirangam temple. There was a Brahmana who was not so learned, but he used to recite Bhagavad Gita. And he used to experience love of God, and Mahaprabhu noticed that. And Mahaprabhu asked that what kind of meaning you are deriving from Bhagavad Gita that you are so ecstatic. So he said that I am reciting Bhagavad Gita because my Guru has told me. But I don't know the meaning. Sabdartha nahi jani. Suddha Ashuddha Gita Puri Guru Aggamani. And because of that, he was completely absorbed. Abhishto hoya Gita Pare Anandita Manu. Because he was completely focused in the instruction of the spiritual master, he was absorbed in reciting Bhagavad Gita every day. He used to recite all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita every day. Not only during Purushottam month, every day he used to chant 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And how he was reciting not as a mechanical reciter. Abhishto hoya Gita Pare Anandita. He was completely absorbed in Bhagavad Gita. And he also disclosed that whenever I read Bhagavad Gita, I see the wonderful Shamsundar. He is riding on the chariot as a chariot driver of Arjuna. And I see that beautiful form of Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna on the chariot. So he was not only reading, he was seeing Krishna. He was seeing Arjuna. Whole thing was revealed to him. Why? Because he was completely absorbed. Absorption leads to revelation. Abhishtohaya. And when we are completely absorbed, then we will be completely unaffected by the external situation of this world and we will experience bliss. Anandita Muni. Then our mind will be very blissful. So bliss comes from absorption. Spiritual life means absorption. Sadhana means absorption. You have to be absorbed. Absorb means mind should be always connected with that activity. So when we are attending Mangalarati, our mind should be in Mangalarati. when we are chanting the holy name, our mind should be in the holy name. And when we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, our mind should be in Srimad Bhagavatam. When we can do that, then we can get immense strength in our spiritual life. And that will help us to advance in Krishna consciousness is a very effective way. But problem with our mind is that mind is always out of the activity. When you are in Mangalarti, you are thinking about Krishna. When we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, mind is somewhere else. So our mind does not stay in the activity. And that's why advancement in Krishna consciousness becomes very slow. So our advancement in Krishna consciousness will become very fast when our mind will be absorbed in the activity of Krishna consciousness. That's why there are different festivals are given to us by our acharyas, by the Lord. Why? Because the festival is an opportunity to focus our attention in devotional service, and it is an opportunity to absorb ourselves. And on festival days, generally we fast, and people get confused. Why? They feel celebration means eating. But Krishna consciousness festival means absorption in the thought of Krishna. That is the meaning of festival. And we do fasting. Fasting means upavas. Upavas means staying near to Krishna. Why we don't eat? Because we are so happy, absorbed, that we don't have any time for eating and other activities. Just like Parikshit Maharaj. Shukadev Goswami was telling that I spoke so long, you may be tired. But Parikshit Maharaj is telling, I am drinking the nectar coming out from your mouth in the form of Krishna Katha. And because of that nectarian Krishna Katha, I don't feel any thirst, I don't feel any hunger. So you should not artificially try to do something. Parikshit Maharaj was fasting, but he was not thinking when the 7 days will be over, when I can take prasad. That was not the level of Krishna consciousness he had. He was completely absorbed in Krishna Katha, and because of that, he forgot everything. That is the meaning of upavas. That is the meaning of festival. That is the meaning of fasting. That is the meaning of brata. Brata means absorption in Krishna. Every day, because we cannot do every month, because we cannot do throughout. That's why Krishna has given certain months to give special attention into our bhakti so that our mind can be absorbed. That's why Damodar month is very potent month from spiritual point of view. It is 100 times more potent than any other month. And whatever activity we do in the month of Damodar, it has great impact in our life. That's why in Damodar month, in the month of Kartik, there are so many festivals. We do so many other activities. We offer lamps to the Lord. We also do so many festivals. We do extra hearing. We do extra chanting. We also reduce our eating. We also give up the favorite items in our eating practices. So in that way, we try to sacrifice something and try to absorb our consciousness in chanting and hearing and other activities of Krishna consciousness. What is the purpose? Purpose is that we can do every day. Is a practice. So practice makes man perfect. So Damodar month comes every year, but there is another special month which is coming this year after a few days. That is known as Purushottam month. It comes once in 3 years. And it is said, I was hearing a lecture by Guru Maharaj, where he says that this Purushottam month is 1000 more powerful or potent than Damodar month. It is very, very dear to Radha and Krishna. It is very dear to Krishna. And story goes like that this month, this is known as Adhik month, Adhik Mas, extra month. He appeared and he was not treated properly by anyone. People are misbehaving with this month. Everyone is a personality. Month is also a personality. So this Adhikman personality was treated very badly by the people in this world, and she was very unhappy. She was in distress, and she went to Vaikuntha to take shelter of Narayan and prayed to Lord Narayan that what will happen to me. Everybody is rebuking me, chastising me, talking bad words about me. Where I'll go, please give me shelter. Please give me shelter. So when she went to Narayan, Narayan took her to Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. Then Krishna said, okay, I know you're suffering. So I am giving you benediction that you will be glorified in the same way I am glorified. You have the all good qualities, whatever I have. So you will be non-different from me. And your name will be Purushottam man. Purushottam means the best man, Purushottam. So Lord is also termed, is addressed as Purushottam. We know that Jagannath is also known as Purushottam. His abode is also known as Purushottam Kshetra. So Purushottam is the name of the God. Is the best. So as Lord is the best, this month also will be the best. So that's why this month is known as Purushottam month. But in common people, this month is known as Molomas. Molo means dirt. This month is dirty month. Dirty month means no good activities are performed during this month. No karma kandi activities are performed in this month because there is no result derived from this activity in this month. So those who are followers of karma kanda, they don't like this month and they treat this month as Molomas. It's a month of dirts. This month is also known as Adhik Mas. Why Adhik? Our acharyas are explaining, when you perform some devotional service, you can get extra benefit. Adhik means extra. So if we perform some devotional service in this month, then we get extra benefit. Extra benefit. And Malmas is also analyzed by our acharyas in a different way. And it is said, if we perform devotional service in this month, all our darts in our heart will go away. Chetadarpana marjanam. All our dirt in our heart and mind will be cleansed if we perform devotional service during this month of Purushottam. So it is said that any activity in the Purushottam month is more potent than 100 Aswamedha Yajna. Very powerful. And it is directly connected with Krishna, Goloka Vrindavan. So if we perform properly the Vrata, then we can go back to Goloka Vrindavan. We can get shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. So another interesting feature of this month is that Krishna is so pleased in this month, he completely ignores the offenses of a devotee. But we should not feel inspired to commit offenses. But the point to be made here is that even someone who are offenders, if they render devotional service in this month, they will be free from all the offenses. And Krishna will not look into his offenses, and we can be cleared from all our offenses, and we can awaken Krishna consciousness in our heart, even if we committed offenses in the past. So that is the special mercy of this month of Purushottam. So we can do so many things, but for devotees, what we can do? For us, life is about bhakti. For us, everything is centered around bhakti, Shravanam Kirtan. Whatever we do, we will do that, but we can increase that. Nothing new we have to do. Just like he said that in Purushottam, we should get up in Brahma Muhurta, we should offer the Lord Arati, we should chant his names. All these things are written. A lot of benedictions are given if you do that. But as devotees, we all do that. Every day we are getting up during Brahma Muhurta, we attend Mangalarti, we chant the holy name, we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, we take Krishna Prasad, we offer Arati to the Lord. So we can do something extra. We also read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So everything we do. But we can do little extra with careful attention to this extra. If someone is chanting every day 16 rounds, this month they can do some extra rounds as a brata of this Purushottam month. If someone is not reading Shastra, not reading Prabhupada's books, not reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, they should read this month. If someone is reading 1 hour per day, then they can increase the duration of his study. If someone is not attending Mangalarati regularly in this month, they should be particular about attending Mangalarati, be focused and fixed in this program. You should do some more preaching also. You should give Krishna consciousness more in this month. You can engage other people in this Purushottam month to engage in devotional service. We can offer lamps, just like we offer lamps during Damodar month. We can chant Chaurya Ashtakam, just like we chant Damodar Ashtakam in the month of Damodar. We can recite 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita because it is very much connected with Purushottam. So in that way, we can do so many activities. So Vrata means increasing chanting and hearing and reducing eating and sleeping. So if you do that, that is the purpose of Vrata. And why you do that? We do that to come closer to Krishna. We have to intensify our bhakti. We have to experience higher taste of Krishna consciousness. That is the purpose of any Vrata. The Vrata is not for anything material. Vrata is to come closer to Krishna so that we can perfect our life. So Purushottam month gives us this opportunity, special opportunity to render some special extra service to Krishna so that we can come closer to Him. We can purify our heart more effective way, and in that way our devotional life will become successful. So therefore, the focus should be on devotional activity, specifically chanting and hearing, and also preaching. And another thing, we can take an austerity that at least during this month we should not criticize anyone. We should not criticize any Vaishnava. We should not criticize any devotee. We should not criticize anyone. At least this month we can be free from any offenses. If we can do that, that will be the greatest austerity. That will be the topmost brata we can perform. And by that, Krishna will be very pleased. And we can make a rapid advancement in Krishna consciousness. That I will not speak anything bad. I will not do anything, act anything bad in this month of Purushottam. Everything I do for the benefit of others. Everything I speak is for the glorification of others. If we can commit into this activity, then our heart will be filled with Krishna consciousness. We will experience the joy of Krishna conscious life. So to summarize, that the purpose of our life is to come closer to Krishna. The purpose of our life is to awaken dormant love for Krishna. And in order to do that, we have to do sadhana bhakti. And Prabhupada has given the process of sadhana bhakti as per the teachings of Rupa Goswami. So this month is a special opportunity to increase our sadhana, increase our preaching, increase our reading, increase our seva. If we can increase our activities connected with the Lord, that will be very much pleasing to the Lord. And in that way, we can be free from our material desires and our heart will be purified. And especially, if we can be away from committing any Vaishnava aparadh, then that will be the topmost aspect of our brata in this month of Purushottam. With that note, I'll conclude my lecture now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Purushottam Mas ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for your wonderful class. I would request devotees to post your questions in the chat box so that Prabhuji can answer your questions. Prabhuji, first question is that we know that the Lord doesn't tolerate the Vaishnava aparadh, and you mentioned that in this month Lord forgives the offenses. Lord, does he forgives the Vaishnava aparadh also, or no, he forgives only the other offenses?
He says that Vaishnava Aparad also I read today.
Okay.
But does it mean we should commit Vaishnava Aparad? By this you can understand that Krishna is so merciful during this month. Even the Aparadhis can also get benefit of devotional service. That is the potency of the month of Purushottam. But those
Understood.
who are sincere, they will not commit. Those who are committing, they can be free. But those who are not committing, they should not commit.
Yes, Prabhuji.
If they are doing little, they should reduce that and make it zero. That is best.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, there is one question from Gopi Prabhu. He's telling Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Blessed to listen to you. I remember your last year visit to our center. How to improve concentration in chanting, reading, and listening, and also how to avoid wrong thoughts. Dandavat Pranams.
It's a process. The quality of our chanting depends on quality of our hearing. And quality of our hearing depends on quality of our interaction with the devotees. So when we interact with the devotees with respect, when we interact with devotees with love, when we interact with devotees without criticism, when we interact with devotees without comparison, when we interact with devotees with ill feeling, and what will happen? The quality of hearing will be good. And when we have quality hearing, that will also have an impact on our quality of chanting. So the process is that we should not indulge in our sense enjoyment. Senses should be properly engaged in Krishna consciousness. And our tongue should be properly engaged in glorifying the devotees and the Supreme Lord. And we should not commit any Vaishnava aparad. Again and again I am telling that. Depends how we interact with devotees. If we interact with devotees very lovingly and respectfully, without any offense, then our quality of chanting will definitely improve. Okay?
Yes,
Then you may say how to be free from Vaishnava Aparad. Right? So, very easy way to be free from Vaishnava Aparad is to serve the Vaishnavas. Vaishnav Seva. So this month is very important month also to do Vaishnav Seva. And particularly those Vaishnavas which are not in your like list. There are two kinds of list we have. Devotees in the like list, dislike list. So you should serve the devotees, those who are in dislike list this month. That will be very much pleasing to Krishna. And that will help you to serve, chant the holy name purely. Okay?
no. Prabhuji, next question is from Nishant Prabhu. He's mentioning Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for your wonderful association. Question is, why Lord chose Mala Mass to declare as Purushottam Mass? What was Lord telling us as devotees with such merciful act?
That is the mood of the Lord, no? That Mahaprabhu, why he appeared? Mosama Patita Prabhu na paibe ar. Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai. That is the mood. That Krishna is merciful to the fallen. Those who are fallen and surrendered to the Lord, Krishna gives unlimited blessings to them. Because this month completely was rejected by everyone. So she completely took shelter, and by the mercy, Adham became Uttam. That is the potency of the mercy of the Lord. So those who are Adham, they can get the blessings. Patita Pavana Hetu Tavu Avatar. Why Mahaprabhu comes? Patita Pavana Hetu Tavu Avatar. He comes to deliver the fallen. And what is the mood of the devotee? Mosama Patita Prabhu na paivya. So because Purushottam Mass, which was known as Adhik Mass, developed that mood of Patita. That's why Mahaprabhu, Krishna made him Uttam. From Adham to Uttam. So we can also become Uttam. If we feel that, if we can realize that we are Adham, but if we feel that we are Uttam, then what Krishna can do? We are already Uttam. So mercy will not flow. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. So, one more question. It is there any austerity regarding taking prasadam?
Wow, austerity. First austerity of prasadam is that you should eat only Krishna prasad. That is the first austerity. Prabhupada never gave so much emphasis on Krishna prasad austerity. Prabhupada said that eat nicely, then preach nicely, and do devotional service nicely. You can have some austerity of eating, but you should not think that when austerity will finish, then austerity purpose is lost. We do Janmashtami Brata and we are always waiting when 12 o'clock at night will come. Then purpose of austerity is gone. Better you take something and focus on Krishna, not on 12 o'clock. So if you do some austerity and waiting when Purushottam Mass will end, that is then purpose of austerity is finished. You should love Purushottam Mass. Love means you should not think that when it will go away. You should think that Purushottam Mass should remain all the time. And whatever is favorable to do that, do it. But it is said, Guru Maharaj always says, if you like some item very especially, give up that during this month. And don't remember that also. If you love some, maybe I don't know, some paneer, or if you love some, maybe for South Indian, if you can give up curd, although curd is allowed to take this month, if you can give up curd, I'm just giving some example. If you can give up dosa, if you can give up some, whatever you like the most, for 1 month, I will not take it for the pleasure of the Lord. And you should not remember when Purushottam month will end, then I can take that item also. If you can do it, that will be very good. And eating can be little reduced if you want, but whatever you do, it should be balanced. There is no hard and fast rule. The focus should be on more hearing and chanting. And in order to do that, whatever is needed, you do it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Prabhuji, sometimes, like some devotees had mentioned that this vrata, whatever we are taking, it should not be broken throughout the month. Is there something like that, Prabhuji?
Yeah, what I could not get your point.
No, whatever vrata that we are taking, so that should not be broken throughout the month.
Yeah, better whatever you commit, you should take a vow that I will follow it. That is called sankalpa. Any vrata should start with sankalpa, and that should not be broken. It's not good. Whatever you can do, take that sankalpa and do it. If you take a sankalpa that I'll chant 4 rounds extra every day, do it. And I took a sankalpa that I will not take any food after sunset this month. Take that sankalpa. I will not take card during this month. Take that sankalpa. Whatever you want to do. That I want to offer lamb to the Lord every day, night, evening. So do that. Whatever you can do, take that commitment and do it. And whatever you cannot maintain, don't commit. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I think we have come to the end of the questions. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji, for your wonderful association.
So people are inspired to do Purushottam Brata or not?
Yes, Prabhu, everybody has joined, just to get inspired to do the Vasa, Prabhu.
I could inspire them, or they got dismotivated.
No, Prabhu, surcharged, Prabhu. So devotees are typing in the chat box. No, they are willing to do.
Yeah, they are motivating me also. Very good. By giving positive feedback. Thank you. So I can end the session now.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji, for coming.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share about the glories of Purushottam month. And grateful to all of you. And thank you for your wonderful association. And hope to get your association more in the future. With that note, I'll conclude my session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari.
Mm. So Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, you can.
Hare Krishna. You can hear me, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Prabhu, like at the end of it, like we'll have as usual the darshan of the Lord and.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So as Prabhuji started the session very nicely, that how we have like in Krishna conscious means it's a full of festivals. Every day is a festival for us. And that's the mood of Vrindavan. Every discussion is a song and every gate is a dance, right? So with that, yes, we had uh, Janmashtami, Balram Jayanti, Janmashtami, Radhastami, and then we had World Hearing or Sravanam Week. Now we have World Holy Name Week and the Purushottam month. So from our center, we would propose the devotees the following. Of course, there are so many others austerities or the vows, you may like to take, but yeah, this is what we suggest from our center. So would request all the devotees to chant extra rounds. So if somebody chanting 16 rounds, they can may chant 20 rounds, 25 rounds, 32 rounds, based on our uh, like ability and availability and our eagerness to perform this brata. And not only focusing on just increasing the number of rounds, but also the quality of japa as well. And yes, we must offer a ghee lamp every day. We must offer ghee lamp every day to Radha Krishna deities or pictures. And also, right, we should offer flowers and tulasi. Yes, some devotees also suggest that, okay, maybe we can offer, if available and if possible, so maybe 1 lakh tulasi as well on this month. And yes, so we should be absorbed, as Prabhuji said, on Krishna conscious thoughts by reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Krishna book, all Prabhupada's books. So this is another way for us to get the taste of reading books. And just to continue, like we had our Krishna book reading context during the just before Janmashtami. So we are restarting our Krishna book context, right? Starting from chapter 34. So that also will be there to complement this one. And then every day, right? We will have a live session. We will have a live Zoom session from our center, 8:15 to 8:45. Okay, once again I repeat. So every day evening, 8:15 to 8:45, we'll have a live session where we'll be reciting chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita, and we'll be singing Chorastakam. So it's also mentioned that we should sing, like especially Radha Krishna bhajans, and we'll be singing Chorastakam every day. And so all the devotees will be logging in, and maybe right 1 or 2 devotees, one devotees will lead Bhagavad Gita, another devotees will be leading, let's say, Chorastakam. So, and we would look forward to the volunteers as well. So right, you can share your names and right, and maybe your recording as well, just would like to see that, okay, like it's melodious and the mood and everything is right, so that because it can be really shared with everybody. And yes, so that's what we have every day, 8:15 to 8:45. We'll have Bhagavad Gita recitation and Chorastakam singing, and we'll have some Harinam Kirtan, Sankirtan. And so I would request everybody to please join. And this program, really, we can invite our friends and all the other family members as well. So, right, it's a very light program, right? So we encourage the devotees to join as much as possible and as regularly as possible, like not to miss. This is just a short program, and we'll be sticking to the time, right? And also suggest the devotees to take right, usually of course, right, could have taken bath in some holy river, right, by going to Kaveri or Godavari or Ganga or Yamuna, but this might not be possible. So what we can do, we can just do some sprinkle some drops of water from those holy rivers, or we can chant this Ganga Jamuna like with the mantra also we can invoke them and we can take that bath. And yes, it's a time to stretch and time to perform what Prabhupada suggests, right? We have to perform Mangala Arati every day by waking up at Brahma Muhurta. So I request all the devotees to wake up at Brahma Muhurta and perform Mangala Arati. And also specifically, right, we would request the devotees to perform Tulasi Arati and also do Parikrama. And this is also a wonderful opportunity to offer some service, to do some Vaishnava Seva, right, or to give some charity, right, as per our capacity to the temple or to some Go Sevaks, right. Especially, right, we encourage, right, like as we know, we have this huge temple as the biggest temple that's coming up in just 1.5 years, and because of Corona and so many other things, right. The devotees are kind of going through a tough time, but definitely we can show our love, our gratitude to Srila Prabhupada by contributing something. I know when Ambrish Prabhu and Brajvilas Prabhu had come, a lot of devotees from our center had placed. So if you have placed, maybe this is the time for us to honor that commitment, right, to share as much as possible. And if you have not placed, right, you can contact, right, our temple devotees, like our center devotees, right, like devotees can guide you. And it could be anything. It could be anything, like for your earlier place, or now we can place, or right. But definitely it's a wonderful opportunity for us to give something, right? Just to go beyond and give something. So any questions or comments on this part? Okay. So once again, like would like to remind, so every day 8:15 to 8:45 p.m. right? So we'll be having this live Zoom session reciting Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, Chaurashtakam, and we'll have a Harinam Kirtan. Okay. So now there is something really beautiful news for tomorrow. So as we also said that there's a Holy Name Week. It's from September 17th to 23rd. And this is also one more opportunity to to share our taste and love for the holy name, right? And we will be very fortunate to have with us like His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj and addressing us tomorrow at 7:30. So tomorrow at 7:30 we will be very privileged to address Loknath Swami Maharaj to prepare how we can like celebrate this World Holy Name Week by making everybody fortunate. So how we can share the holy name, because Mahaprabhu's mission is like sharing the the holy name, Krishna Katha, Krishna Naam, and especially the Krishna Naam, right? So we can do japa, we can do kirtan, like, of course a lot of temples and a lot of places, like, yeah, they do japa marathon, they do a lot of kirtan mela, and because of the lockdown, right, of course we have our limitations, but definitely let's look forward to hear from Maharaj how innovative ways, even during this time, how we can celebrate this wonderful festival. So it's a once again it's a for the benefit of us personally, it's the benefit of the congregation, and also for the benefit of all the living entities, because how they are suffering. So for everybody, it's a wonderful opportunity once again to be absorbed on the holy name. And so request all the devotees to please join tomorrow at 7:30 without fail. Okay, any questions, comments before we wrap up for today? Okay, thank you very much. So now we'll hand it over to our Bhakti Center for the darshan and darshan.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya. श्री भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So thank you all very much for joining for this session, and we will be communicating more about the Purushottam month, and we have tomorrow Lokanath Maharaj's class that also we will be sending the message shortly, and the Holy Name Week and the Purushottam month and so many wonderful events are coming up. Just to intensify our devotional service and to attract the mercy of the Lord. So let's all take part in all these things with a lot of eagerness and with full absorption. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.